Excuse me. That gets me choked up every time I say that. Hey, hope all is well. Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple of minutes. You guys know I do this every Monday through Friday. The times may vary, but 9 o'clock to like noonish, something like somewhere around there. But hope you guys are doing well today. Today is Wednesday, April 5th. I like to say Hump Day, but anyway, like I said, hope you guys are doing okay. Live from Hollywood today, live on top of the Godfrey Hotel. That's where the view is from, the Godfrey Hotel in Hollywood. Hollywood. But anyway, I had a couple things on my mind today. First and foremost, I want to apologize for yesterday. I'm not sure if you guys caught my on air with Russell of Hotels, my live hospitality talk show. And feel free to make comments. If you guys are on there, make comments. Let me know that you guys are there, and so I can say hey or whatever, and I can put your comment right there on the screen, right, so everybody can see it, so the whole world can see it. But anyway, I want to apologize for I don't want to apologize for the show. I want to apologize for what happened during the show, right? So, who is that right there? Is that Miss Candance? Hey, Miss Candance, how are you? See, you can see your comment right there. I can size it a little bit. I don't want to make it that big, but there you go. But no, thank you, Miss Candance Simmons out there in Culver City. See, what I do is I recognize people, right? And I love when people come on and I'm not going to be on here long, but I love when people, they see me and they say, hey, let me just, make a comment or whatever. So, yes, nice view, isn't it? That's what I said. But anyway, hey now. But so I want to apologize for yesterday. So yesterday I did On Air with Russell of Hotels, comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, live here on LinkedIn, live here on YouTube, just like this is, right? And I had to, I was having some allergy issues yesterday, right? This is towards the end of the show, so you didn't see it if it was at the beginning of the show. You had to look at the end of the show. I had to get up and go blow my nose because my nose was running. So, and I'm like, should I edit that stuff out? I said no, because that's real life stuff, right? I mean, that's stuff that happens. You can't control. Sometimes you can't control your content, okay? So, and I could not control that, and I had to kind of excuse myself and go blow my nose, and then I came back and continued the show. But that's just how it works sometimes. I say Walter Moore, what? Long time, love what you're doing, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Walt. I was thinking about you the other day because I was thinking about you just yesterday because I was speaking of geofencing. And I know geofencing because of Mr. Walt Moore. Okay, so I appreciate you for all the information, advice, and all the knowledge you gave me about geofencing. But yeah, I know that because of you, right? So I thank you so much for that. I did a whole segment on what geofencing was and how it can help as far as marketing, because I was talking about digital marketing yesterday. So there you go. So the show must go on, right? Yeah, that's why Hollywood, right? Hollywood, they say the show must go on, right? So I got to continue to move forward. But no, thank you guys so much. And like I said, I have this new feature. I just found out this new feature on my Ecamm where I can actually put your comments on the screen and then they disappear. So I'm in EV charging for hotels now. Okay, well, we need to catch up, man. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you would need to catch up. So I know you still have my number, so you need to catch up. And isn't it funny how you catch up with people? I haven't talked to Walt, and it's probably been, I don't know, a couple of years. And then I see him on here. So I mean, that's great. So and that's what this is all about. This daily check-in that I do, it's just basically checking in, right? Checking in with people, checking in with colleagues, friends, whatever, clients, whatever, just letting them know what I'm doing. I'm Russell of Hotels, right? So I'm a hospitality entrepreneur. I'm a hospitality personality, of course. I can't, do that. I can't do this without being somewhat of a personality, but I'm a personality that comes with a wealth of experience, right? It's not just, I'm just here spewing out information or spewing out crap. I'm spewing out things that are based on my experiences, right? 14 different hotels, over 25 years of hotel experience. Also, I do content creating. This is creating content as well, right? I do my daily check-ins. If you guys follow me on Instagram and all the other social media platforms, you see I do post a lot of content regarding hotels and tourism and non-meat eats. I throw that in there as well. I call myself a brand show off. So I show off people's brands, right, or other brands or companies' brands or whatever. So you'll see anything that I do, I'm showing off some particular brand for the most part, right? Just like I show off the Level Hotel brand, which is downtown LA. And then also I do hotel site selection where I assist companies and organizations with finding that right hotel for their meeting, their convention, their retreat, their sales meeting, whatever the heck it may be. Those are things that I do. So always make sure you let people know when you do these lives, let people know who you are, what you do, and maybe how you can help them, right? So, and this kind of leads up into the last part that I said about the hotel site selection. This leads me to something I wanted to talk about today for a minute. Not going to be long. So I got a couple little topics here. And one of them, the first one got me heated today, okay, because got me heated in a, not heated as in, oh man, I'm mad, I'm on fire, but just make me think, like, why is it taking so long to get responses back? So hotel salespeople responding, not respond. Okay, that should say not responding. Okay, or responding late. Hotel salespeople. Hold on one second. Let me change that right here. Not. See, I can do this stuff on the fly. Hotel salespeople not responding in a timely manner. What the hell, right? That's a what the hell thing, right? So last week, and this has been going on for 2 weeks, right? So a client of mine needs some rooms in New Orleans, okay? So I'm not going to say the hotel, but I'm going to say the destination, right? So my client needs some rooms in New Orleans for the end of the year. So of course she contacts me, and okay, I do my regular dog and pony show, right? I get the RFP together, I send it off via Cvent, and I get responses from all these hotels. And then there's one particular hotel that my client wants to, basically wants to move forward with, and she wants a contract. So I make a phone call to the hotel, and then I don't get any response. So I leave a message. Okay, I leave a message. Hey, this is Russell. Blah 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 blah. I responded via Cvent. Blah, 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 blah. Did the whole thing, and I wanted her to call me back, or this person to call me back. Well, I never got a phone call. So what I did is like, okay, well maybe they respond to emails. Okay, all right, I got you. So I responded. I sent an email, right? So I give them enough time to respond back. 24 hours should be enough, right? Email, 24 hours, right? So I don't get any response. I don't get a response via the message that I left, the phone message, nor do I get a response from the email that I sent. So now I'm like, and the client is like blowing up my phone saying, hey, I thought you were going to send me. Okay, yeah, I thought I was too. So I called last week. Okay, I'm going to say this was probably Thursday or Friday of last week. So let's just say it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. Say I called this young lady on Thursday. Well, first I call and I ask for the person that is the contact person, and I know this is a contact person based on what the information I'm getting from Cvent. Okay, that's the person that actually sent me the proposal and the price and all that stuff. So I said, okay, I'm calling for so and so. And well, so and so is working at another property. Can I assist you? And I said, okay, yeah. And I gave her the whole thing, the leads on Cvent. This is the name of the group. This is my name. This is my phone number. This is my email. Okay, great. Let me just check with her just to make sure, blah, blah, blah. And I got your number, and I'll get back to you by the end of the day. Okay, that was Thursday morning. Okay, so you tell me by the end of the day, and what am I expecting? I'm expecting you to respond by the end of the day because you said it. I didn't say it. I didn't even ask. You told me. You volunteered that information. So, okay. So I'm waiting for the end of the day on Thursday, patiently. I'm waiting. And it's 2 hour difference, right? So their end of the day is different than my end of the day, right? So I'm waiting patiently. I'm just looking at my email, just waiting for it to come through, right? Well, it never comes through. I don't get a phone call. I don't get anything. So Friday comes along. I still don't get anything, and I'm busy, so I didn't have a chance to call them, right? So Monday comes, then still haven't heard. Leave a message Monday, probably late afternoon for me. So I left a message via phone because now I have the girl's name and I have her name and number. Okay, so now I'm calling, I'm leaving her name and saying, hey, this is Russell. We spoke, blah, 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 blah. You said this, and now today is 3 days, 4 days later, I haven't received anything. So I don't get anything. So this morning, okay, I'm on fire this morning, right? So no, I'm not on fire. I'm joking. But I called her, and I'm firm though. I'm not on fire, but I'm firm about, you said this, you said that. I needed this, I need that, right? And oh my God, of course I get the apologies and this and that. And I said, well, what we're gonna do? I said, I need this. My client is interested in your hotel, and she is ready to sign an agreement. She got money in her hand, ready to sign this agreement, but I don't have the agreement for her to sign. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just I'll give you my. Now I'm getting her cell phone number. Okay, so she sends me a text saying, okay, I got your cell phone, so we'll communicate via text. That's fine. Let me know however you want to communicate. That's what I'll do, right? So now I've received probably 10 text messages in the last freaking, it ain't been an hour yet, okay? It's probably been about 30 minutes. I've received like 10 text messages from this young lady. Now she's on top of it, which is fine, but it should not have to come to this point is what I'm saying. Even if there was someone else that was handling it, she knew that last week on Thursday. Now we're almost a week away, right? A week from my initial phone call to her, and I still haven't received the contract. But, she, assured me that I will get one by first thing in the morning. If not late today, first thing in the morning. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold you responsible for that, right? So my question is, what's going on? Are we that busy? I mean, this is, and maybe they are. I don't know, but let me know. It's okay to communicate. Hey, I'm short staffed. I'm whatever the situation is. I think it's okay for you to let people know. Let potential clients know that this is the situation. Okay, don't just leave it for my for me to figure out what's going on, because I'm gonna think the worst, right? Always, right? Especially if you say, well, I'm gonna do this, and you give me a time, you give me the time, meaning when you're gonna respond, and you don't respond. Okay, so now in my mind, like, do they want my business? Do I need to let the client know, let's go with another hotel? But they really wanted this hotel for whatever reason. They really wanted this hotel, but that is totally unacceptable for you to promise something on a day and you don't deliver on that day. Okay, so that's just what I'm dealing with. See, and everything is based on my experience. It's not based on someone else's experience. Somebody told me this. No, this is based on my experience as a hotel site selection person. Okay. So what we do, like I said, my client contacts me. I contact the hotel via, the platforms that we use to do this, right? And we're expecting that the hotel will respond in a timely manner and start a communication. We have to start, communicating back and forth. But it's totally unacceptable for you to promise something and don't deliver it. Okay, so I'm just saying, let people aware of what's going on, whatever that situation is. Let us know. Okay, don't. I'm like I said, I'm not one to mention hotels, but I'm one to mention situations, right? I will never put anyone on the hot seat, on blast like that, right? But I will let you know about the situation, because I know this similar situations happen to other meeting planners where either hotels or they're short staffed, or maybe they're just that busy. I don't know. Maybe they are. But anyway, let's see. What does Miss Candace say? Candace Simmons says, she's a style educator. How is your client addressing you at this point? My client is okay, because I've done a lot of work. Say, I know the client very well. Okay, so we've done a lot of things together, and she knows it's not me because I basically let her know. I said, hey, I don't know what's going on with the hotel, but there's a situation where they're not responding, quickly enough, and she understands. And what I do is the messages that I receive from the client, I forward those on to the messages that I receive from the hotel, I forward those on to my client, because I want to make sure that my client is aware of what's going on. Okay, every step of the way, I'm letting her know what's going on, because for her to reach out to me and say, hey, you said you're going to send me this, I'm like, that's not what you want, right? I don't ever want my client to do that. I want to be a couple steps ahead of my client. Well, in this situation, I was not, right? So I got caught. I got caught with my pants down. Okay, my slip was showing. So, so I had to, I let her know what was going on, and said, hey, this is what they're telling me, and I sent her the message that I received from my hotel contact, right? So yeah, so just keep in constant communication with both parties, your client as well as the hotel, right? So let's see, what else did Candance say? She said, "Thank you for reminding me engage with clients, vendors, and designs. Be accountable." Be accountable and hold others accountable. Yeah, you have to, and yeah, you definitely have to hold them accountable. Regard, like I said, especially if they're not responding, let me know what's going on, right? I need to know. I can't see that hotel and what's going on in that sales office or within that hotel, because I'm in LA and they're in New Orleans, right? So I'm relying on them to be forthcoming with information, and because, like I said, I got someone to answer to as well. And we always think about, okay, I'm the entrepreneur, it's my business. All that. No, I respond to my clients. I'm responsible for my clients, right? So I don't get anything until my client is satisfied, right? So, and right now my client is not satisfied and not happy, and and I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure it happens, right? So, but anyway, yeah, I've always want, my goal is to be a couple steps ahead of my client. Okay, never for them to be on me saying, "Hey, you said you're going to give me this," but it didn't happen in this case. So things happen. I understand, but my job it's a balancing act between the hotel partner and my client, right? So there you go. And what else did she say? LOL, my slip was showing. Yes. Yes. She caught me. My slip was showing. You know what I mean, Candace. So, but yeah. So it is what it is. I hate to say that it is what it is, but it shouldn't be what it is. Okay, it should be that we communicate, because I'm bringing business. You're gonna get that business, right? So anyone that's holding, got money in their hand, waiting for a contract, you should take care of that, right? Prioritize your days, right? And maybe, like I said, maybe that hotel is just extremely busy. I don't know. I'm not there because they're not giving me that information, right? But I just know from my own experience as a sales manager, as a director of sales and marketing, by the end of the day, if I received a lead via this platform, I'm responding that by the end of the day. I'll say within 24 hours, okay? Because it depends on when you received it, okay? So I'm responding to a lead within 24 hours, because my goal is to get a contract. My goal is not just to send out a proposal. My goal is to get a contract out and signed, okay? So maybe there's, a disconnect between what's the end goal here. The end goal is for the hotel to receive that signed contract, because once they receive the signed contract, that's money on the books, right? That's how it works. Contract, you don't get money in the books unless there's a signed contract. So that's the goal. When you send something out, boom, I want a signed contract. Let me follow up and say anything that I have to do to get this signed contract. So anyway, that's enough of that. But hotel salespeople, just respond, let people know what's going on, and give them timelines. Like, okay, I'm gonna send it by this, but make sure if you give timelines, you need to make sure you follow up and make sure you complete those timelines. Okay. Boom. Connect Spring. Okay, so I'm going to Connect Spring. Who else is going? I got a couple emails or messages, DMs, people slide into my DMs and saying, "Hey, I'm going to Connect. Are you going to Connect?" So Connect is a show. It's Connect Spring. That's the name of it. Connect is the name, and it's in the spring. Okay, so that's Connect Spring. But it's in Las Vegas. It's next week, and a couple of people have already responded to me saying that, oh, yeah, they're going, and I'm going as well. So yeah, I'll be there. So I got my appointments. Hopefully I got all my 30. I requested 30 appointments. Most of them I never met with before, right, which is good. And so hopefully I get those, because sometimes, they say the minimum is 30 that you should request. Sometimes you get 30, sometimes you may get more, but a lot of times I get less, right? So hopefully everybody shows up, meaning all the suppliers, hotels, CVBs, they show up and I get my 30 appointments, right? Because like I said, a lot of them are companies, and hotels are people I'd never met with before. And this is a time for hotel people or meeting planners like myself to meet, to have contacts at certain hotels. Like, say, if I had a contact at that hotel in New Orleans, right, which I don't have a contact there. Well, I do now, but it was via another through the platform is how I got that contact. But this is like firsthand information, like, okay, I get to meet this person, shake hands, and that kind of thing, and meet across from them for about 10, 15 minutes, right? So we can exchange things, exchange business cards, we can exchange what we do, how we can help each other, and that's what it's all about. And it's creating that synergy, that partnership, if you will, because the relationship between a hotel site selection person and the hotelier or the hotel salesperson or the DMO salesperson, that's a partnership that you're trying to start, right? It's all about the partnership, right? It's not about just, I met them and this and that. Yeah, well, you meet with them with the goals of hopefully bringing business to them at some point, right? It doesn't happen overnight, but you never know when you're going to need them, right? So I start off, I want to be partners. That's it, okay? Let's see. I see another. It's all, what did he say? Walt says it's all verticals, man. Okay, dude. Yeah, it is. Verticals. Yes, it is. Whatever that means. But anyway, thanks. I appreciate that. So anyway, you make sure you give me a call, okay? That's what you need to do. And so we can catch up and talk about, what you're doing and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, hey, I think that's about it. I just wanted to come on and talk about a couple of things. Like I said, I do these lives every day, Monday through Friday, live on, I call this, what do I call this? This is called the check-in. This is my daily check-in with Russell of Hotels, right? I just happen to be in Hollywood today, okay, live from the Godfrey Hotel. There you go. You can see it. See the Hollywood sign in back of me. Beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. But yeah, so I do these lives every day, Monday through Friday. The times may change, or the times may vary, but I'll get it done. So live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube. Also, let me just throw this out. See, a little brand sponsorship. Let me just throw this out there too. Traveling downtown LA, you need a hotel room, Level Hotel, right? Always book direct, right? Did I ever tell you guys this? Always book your hotels direct, right? And if you want to book at the Level Hotel, www.stayinglevel.com, and use this promo code, right? So they offered a Russell of Hotels rate, okay? Believe that? Can you believe that? You know what? Shut the front door. Are you serious? Yeah. So the promo rate or promo code is ROH23. So that stands for Russell of Hotels. And of course, this is 23, 2023. So, but don't put the 20, just put the 23 in there. So anyway, so just ask for that Russell of Hotels rate. Always book direct, no matter where you stay, always book direct. Okay. So there you go. That's it. So anyway, you guys have a great day. And let's see, what did Dylan Beaumont say? See, another person's making a comment. See, I can put your book direct, and unless you're certain, please don't book the pre. Oh my God, Dylan, you are absolutely right. That is a good point. Yeah, unless you're 100% sure. What is it? Don't book the prepaid rate. Yeah, never. You know what? I never do that. I will pay extra because you never know what's going to happen. Things change, right? Unless it's within like 24 hours and you know you're going to be there. You're in that city, that destination now, and you know you're going to be checking in. Don't do that prepaid option because you can lose money, right? You can lose money if you do the prepaid option and you don't change. I always go with the one where it's flexible, the flexible rate where, yeah, you pay a little more. I don't know what it is, $10 or whatever, but you have the flexibility of canceling it. okay, up until, I don't know, 24, 48 hours before you arrive. So make sure you look at when you're booking, because rates will say, now booking at this, or this is a special rate at this. Well, you look a little further, and that's a prepaid rate. Nine out of 10 times when they throw that first rate out there, that's the prepaid rate, meaning you're paying now. And what if it's okay? In fact, I did this for someone. They wanted the prepaid. I'm like, you're crazy, but they wanted it. Hey, that's fine. I'll do whatever the client wants. But they weren't going to this hotel for another 6 months. So I made a reservation for them 6 months out because I want to take advantage of the great rate. I said, okay. So I said, I would go with the flexible option. Well, that's like $20 more. I said, yeah, but you can cancel it. But she didn't want to hear that. And I'm like, okay. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to just do what you asked me to do, Miss Client. So that's what I did, right? But I informed her of what the difference was between doing a prepaid reservation and the flexible rate. Yeah, the flexible is a little bit more expensive, but you have the capability of canceling if something happens. So 6 months out, she already paid for it. So the hotel already has that money, and that's non-refundable. Did I mention that? That means you don't get your money back, okay? So no matter what happens, you need to stay in that hotel room, okay? Somebody needs to stay there because you're not getting your money back. So my advice when we're making a reservation, always book direct, but always go with the flexible option. That way you can, you can opt out at any time if that's what you need to do. So thank you so much, Dylan. See, I appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. Dylan always, and I'll throw his comment up there again. See, that's what it's all about. Anybody else have any other comments or questions, or have questions about what anything about me, or where I'm going, or what's going on, or whatever? I'll give you like 10 seconds to answer the question. But yeah, so other than that, let's see. I think that's it that I have. But if you haven't seen On Air with Russell of Hotels, my live hospitality talk show which comes on every Tuesday, show number 203 was yesterday. You can find the replay on LinkedIn and YouTube. Okay, so there you go. So just go to my LinkedIn and YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on both LinkedIn as well as YouTube. You subscribe on YouTube, so I appreciate that. And go in, and it's okay to share this information with people too. So if you think there's some value to what I'm saying, share it with your colleagues, your friends, whatever. Because of course, that's what we want, right? We want information and content to be shared, because the more it's shared, sharing is caring, first of all, but the more things are shared, the more people know who you are, right? So that's why I do these. People say, well, I see you doing these things all the time. Why are you doing that? Well, I do them because I want people to know who I am, what I do, and how I can help, right? Everything I do is within the hotel hospitality space, okay? So whatever I do is revolving around there, right? So you're never going to have me come on here, although we do have some one-off conversations sometimes, but it always comes back. Even Dylan and myself, we'll do lives together, and we'll talk about, what's going on in his area. He's in Eugene, Oregon. He's a general manager at the Fairfield Inn by Marriott in Eugene, Oregon, right? So we'll talk about things that are revolving around sports, because Eugene, Oregon is the home of University of Oregon, right? So huge sports town, huge sports complex. So we'll have these one-off conversations about sports and what's going on, but we always come back to that hospitality part of it, right? But even the sports part, that's the hospitality, because that's impacting his hotel. So we're talking about what's impacting his destination and specifically his hotel. And we may go off on, this team, we like this team, or I don't think they're going to be good this year. We'll talk about, spring training, for football and all that kind of stuff. But we always come back to the hospitality aspect, because that's what we do, right? So, but yeah, so you'll never hear me on here talking about, I ain't going to talk about politics and all this, because that's not what this is about. That's not what I'm about. I'm about talking about hotels, hospitality, tourism, and that includes hotels, restaurants, DMOs, or CVBs that a lot of people know. Depending on how old you are, a CVB is a Convention and Visitors Bureau. A DMO is a Destination Marketing Organization. Same thing, different name. Just depends on when you came into the industry, right? People come up with all these different acronyms, right? So they try to confuse people. But if you knew it as CVB, then that means you old school. If you know it as DMO, oh, like, oh, that's so cool, DMO, Destination Marketing Organization, you know. Anyway, it doesn't matter what we call it; it's the same thing, right? But yeah, it is. Yeah, sometimes people they catch you. Say, I think they do that just so they can see how old you are, or they date you, right? They like, wait a minute, he said CVB. What's a CVB? You know, I haven't heard that term for years, right? So yeah, so they do these things because they want to see, how old you are when you come into the industry. I've been in the industry a long time, right? So, but no, they're DMOs, okay? So there you go. Anyway, and don't sleep on the DMOs, right? If you're a meeting planner, if you're a hotel site selection person like myself, or just someone that needs information, maybe you plan things on your own. You don't consider yourself either one of those things, but you plan things in different destinations, right? Always go through your local CVB or DMO, right? Like LA is Discover LA or Los Angeles Tourism Board or whatever the heck, I can't remember what it's called. So if you're in LA, that's it. San Diego would be San Diego Tourism Authority. There's other places, Long Beach, I think it's Long Beach CVB if I'm not mistaken. So those are some of the local ones here that around where I am. But yeah, so Anaheim has one as well. Anaheim, I think theirs is Discover Anaheim or something like that. So whatever the local tourism bureau is, go through them because they have a lot of information that you may not know. A lot of special venues that you don't know about. I mean, renovation of hotels, renovation of the different venues or new venues that are popping up. They know everything that has to do with that city and that destination, okay? And the services are free. Free 99. So yeah, so make sure you take advantage of the CVBs or DMOs or whatever you want to call them. Take advantage of them because they're important in this hotel ecosystem, right? So or hospitality or tourism ecosystem. They're the top dogs, right? So you get a lot of information from there, and they can help you out a lot, right? So even me, I go through them when I'm if I don't go through them directly, I at least copy them on my proposals, right, or my RFPs, right? So if I don't go through them directly, that means I don't have a contact there. So what I'll do with the platform that we use, I'll make sure I copy them as well. That way they know that, oh, okay, Russell of Hotels, he just, he wants a proposal and he sent it to these particular hotels, right? So now they know me. Now I'm on the radar, right? So you want to make sure you're on the radar. So when they do meet you or when your paths do cross, they're like, hey, didn't you send a lead to that hotel in New Orleans? Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, we got that. Thank you so much. Boom. There you go. Right? So anyway, that's it. See, I ramble every now and then, but 32 minutes later, God, I do these things. I think I'm going to do like 5-10 minutes. 32 minutes later, I'm still talking. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you again for joining my daily check-in, Russell of Hotels daily check-in or whatever. I'll do it again tomorrow and the next day as well. So anyway, you guys have a great day and